SNHU, how are you? Professor Brian Sasso here to talk about self-care and general well-being. But first, a little about myself. I've been an online professor here at SNHU for 6 years. I've taught classes such as social psychology, general psychology, and criminal psychology. In addition to my duties at SNHU, I'm the head counselor at a therapeutic behavior school here in Massachusetts. I'm also a licensed mental health clinician, serving in a private practice. Many of my clients' needs include depression, anxiety, and self-care. For the past going on about 18 to 20 months now, we've been in the midst of a global pandemic. COVID-19 has impacted all of us in one way or another, whether it's the loss of loved ones, family members, neighbors, people getting sick, and people passing. It has put a lot of stress and anxiety on society. And oftentimes, we put others' needs ahead of ourselves. I know as a father of four, throughout the pandemic, I've put my kids' needs ahead of myself. And what happens there is you neglect your own self. You neglect your own well-being. And all that stuff kind of gets bunched up and it comes out in an inopportune moment. Okay? So we need to understand how to look at our own needs and address them when they occur. Okay? Within my practice, I preach going to your toolbox. Okay? Your anxiety toolbox, your toolbox of coping skills. Okay? My clients tell me, hey, Brian, well, what's in that toolbox? What can I fill it with to help me when I'm feeling anxious, to help me when I'm feeling stressed? So I oftentimes talk to them about stimulating one of the five senses in a positive way. Okay? So what does that mean? So what are the five senses? Sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. Okay? In this day and age, we all have laptops, smartphones, some type of smart device. What's on your screensaver? Okay? It's a picture of a loved one, a picture of a family destination, a picture of a pet, a picture of a car, something that brings a smile to your face. Okay? Just stimulating the sense of sight for a few seconds can kind of help us alleviate some of that stress in the moment. The second one we talk about is sound. For me, music. Music is my go-to. So whether it's a favorite artist, soundtrack, whatever it may be. But there's also other things. Going to the beach and listening to the waves crash. Going to a park. For me, believe it or not, I'm sitting in front of my arborvitaes here in my backyard. I oftentimes find myself out here, sitting, relaxing, listening to the birds, just listening to nature. Even for 5 minutes. And it helps me kind of get grounded and get past that stressful moment. Okay, smell. Smell's often one that's underutilized. All right. A big one for me and my clients are candles. Okay. Some type of scented candle. The smell of a Christmas tree for those that like the evergreen. They have candles that smell like different foods. So it's just something that'll stimulate that sense of smell. Being in nature, the smell of salt water, the smell of a pond, something to stimulate that sense of smell. The next one we talk about is taste. Taste can be a tough one, okay? Because to stimulate that sense of taste, we can't run and get a chocolate sundae every time we're stressed out. We can't run and have a plate of fries every time we're feeling anxious, okay? True story, had a client many years back that every time he felt stressed, he felt compelled to cook bacon. He loved bacon. But we talked about, the negative aspects of that, the health aspects of that. So, throughout our sessions, we came up with different alternatives. And one alternative was bacon-scented candle, okay? So just that smell of the bacon from the candle stimulated that sense of taste and smell and brought him to a place where he needed to be to get past that stressful moment, okay? The final one is touch, okay? Whether it's touching a pet or, the trees or something, just to stimulate that sense, that perception, a stuffed animal. It can really help us in the moment, okay, when we're having one of those stressful times. Now, the key here is using these together, maybe using one or two in conjunction, or all of them. So I love, for me, going for a walk, listening to my favorite music, sitting outside in nature, having the visual perception of nature, of the trees, the birds, everything, and listening to music, okay? So putting these all together to work for you to help alleviate that stress, okay? Another tactic I often use with my clients is muscle tension and relaxation. So what does that mean? So I start, it's a full body exercise, but you can do it really with any part of the body in the moment, okay? So try clenching your fist really tight. Clenching, 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 then releasing. And as that blood flows back into your fists, the feeling of warmth, of letting go, okay? It really helps. Now, if you have time, you can start from your shoulders all the way down to your feet in conjunction with maybe your favorite artist or sitting outside. This can really be a healthy way to alleviate a lot of stress within your own world, okay? Again, all of these can be hour-long activities, or they can be 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 15 seconds, okay? The point being, we need to utilize these coping skills, our toolbox, to get past these stressful times, to get past the anxiety we're experiencing, okay? We all experience anxiety. It's human nature. If you didn't experience it, then I'd be worried, okay? It's just the levels of that anxiety and how to help alleviate it. Go to that toolbox, okay? And remember, mental health, anxiety, stress, and depression are very real things. If you need help, please seek out qualified clinicians, qualified therapists to help you get through this. It's not a sign of weakness, okay? It's a sign of you doing what's best for you as a human being and moving forward to get to a positive place, okay? I'm happy to talk to anyone in the SNHU community. b.sasso, S-A-S-S-O, at snhu.edu. Finally, I'd like to share with you my credo that I've been preaching since 2020, for the better part of 20 years now, 2001. Treat others the way you would like to be treated. In this world, it takes effort to be cruel and mean. It's very easy to be nice, okay? There's too much effort going into doing bad things. Treat others the way you want to be treated, and I think you'll find yourself in a better place, okay? That's all for now. It was great talking to you. Be kind, be well, peace and love.